And welcome back, our dear viewers, and definitely a good place to visit for the family and for everyone, which is the Geopark. It is really beautiful, and we hope that to see it thrive even more and more. So, the 37th Spring Training Course for the middle school students will take place from January 11th to January 22nd in the year 2026, a part of the ongoing to enhance student skills and introduce them to the modern scientific and academic fields in an engaging and age-appropriate way. So today we are pleased to meet one of the course lecturers, Dr. Zainab Murtadhawi, Associate Research Scientist, to learn more about the nature of this training course, its academic focus, and the learning experience it offers to the students. So Dr. Zainab, thank you for being here with us, and good morning to you.
Good morning, and thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome. So, we heard a lot about this course, so I want to know exactly what is it, and if you can tell us briefly about it, and what's the main purpose of it?
The 37th Spring Training Course is one of the training courses that provided by Kuwait Institutes for Scientific Research, where actually KISR looking into linking or bridging the knowledge with the youth generation, and enhancing their skills to understand or simplify the way that they have to understand the science, and develop their skills to be innovators in the future. So part of the KISR's mission is to provide training. As you know, we have summer training and we have spring training. The summer training started in 1976, I think so, and the spring training, which we are talking about now, has started from 1986. So every year we have this kind of a program where we are developing the students' skills and encouraging them to like the science and research.
MashaAllah, since it's been going for many, many years, that means the target and the aim of it, it's been successfully reached every year.
Absolutely, yes. And we have more students, and every year they really enjoy joining these training courses, and they collecting an unforgettable memories, actually.
Beautiful. So what is the primary field or specializations that this course focuses on?
This is training course, the 37th, we are providing 4 courses. We have future cities, where the students learn how to design the city, and they are enhancing their needs and their vision towards the new or future city. So basically what they do is they design, and then they use the technology, which is the 3D printing, to do the big model of the city. So this is one of the programs. Another program that we have, it's mobile application development, where the students going to learn how to design an app in a mobile and use.
That's great.
Yes, exactly. And the third program we have as well is the junior science.
Okay.
Where it's very interesting journey through chemistry and physics in a very fun and excitement way. And the fourth, which I am handling, is the brick architecture. So we look into the earthen material, the mud, and we take the students into the journey, how they can turn the mud into an element, and then how they can build the building.
Construction.
Shaping the structure and shaping the beauty of the brick architecture.
So you use the construction, which is the early construction tools, which is the mud, or like, let's say, we can say maybe also clay, I believe?
It's a clay, yes.
Yeah, and how to use it to build the early houses, which we believe that we can see that mostly in the Middle Eastern or like the, GCC countries, and the house, how it's been built at the beginning. That's remarkable. But of course, you chose the middle school. I want to know exactly why did you choose the middle school, and why like not starting also with high school, or like maybe earlier than that also?
In the summer program, pardon, in the summertime we have 5 weeks. So the 5 weeks, it's actually enough and proper time for handling the high school students, and we work on them high school and university. So in the springtime we have only 2 weeks, and it's very short time. We choose the level school, the intermediate school students, because in that age they have more curiosity to the science. And what we try to do to simplify actually the research into a very simple questions and a very short tour and journey that they can explore more into, let's say, science or academic that they are interested in.
Well, that's actually really great. So the application development or creation for application, which is this age and this time, very important, and also the other methods that you are training for them, which is the 3D. Now, even construction has been doing with the 3D. So alongside that, does that maybe like there's going to be a new course or like a new tools in the future that you're going to use?
Yes, I mean in science, people look at science that there is a lot of information, there is a lot of knowledge going on there, but actually it's very basic. And what we're trying to do to simplify those knowledge and research into a very simple questions that students can be interested in. Yes, some of them it might look very traditional tools or method, but here is where the creativity comes. We are introducing to the students because we are looking into a new ways, a new thinking, a creative way of thinking that we can reuse those methods again, but in their way, in a new way.
Beautiful. That's actually remarkable. So, alongside this remarkable skill that they are gaining, which is learning how to think in a new way, and thank you for mentioning that. Also, are there any other skills except the skills which is the main course been focusing on, which is either the old materials that was said which is the mud for construction or application technology or 3D printing? Other than that, what are the skills that they will gain also from these courses?
Usually the spring and summer training are really a good chance for the students where they can gain a lot of skills and they can develop their scientific skills through this training. They can develop their team working with their colleagues. They can be introduced to new laboratories that we have at Kisser so they can communicate on a scientific level. So those skills are actually remarkable in such environment like Kisser.
Actually, didn't happen before. Not only remarkable, I mean, it's very early for them to be learning that yet. It can be easily done for their age because their brain are developing, so they absorb the information, they can get this knowledge, and what you did is genius for the middle school. I'm not gonna lie, what you're doing is genius for them, because you're going to give them the knowledge that they can actually get. Even people in high school, universities, even after university didn't get, which is talk on science-based, talk on a like, let's say, as we call it, the lab talking, and that's beautiful. So does the course, this course actually rely more on theoretical learning or other methods for the students?
Our philosophy in delivering the knowledge, actually, it's relying on experimental methods much more than theoretical. So what we do is that we take the students into our labs, so they see the labs that we have, they see the machines, they look at into the tests and the experimental operation that we do actually in Kisser. They get involved with real scientists, they communicate with the real scientists, we take them into field works. So actually what's going on in these training courses is that they get their hands on activities, and we introduce to them the theoretical materials as the basis that support those kind of activities.
So you use the theoretical materials for these activities, which is like theoretical major in science also will be included in a basic way for the students.
Very basic. I mean, like, let's talk about now the brick architecture, right?
Yes.
It's architecture. Architecture is a huge field. I can't talk about landscape, interior, design, materials, technology. So there are a lot of topics we can introduce to the students.
Yes.
But what we decided to do in this course is that we focus on one material, which is an earthen material, and it's mud. And we take that material and teach them how that material can be transformed into one element, right? And then that element, how I can shape it to build a structure. And then the structure, when you put it next to each other, you create a unit, and that unit transforms to be a building. So from that simple elements, we're taking the students into the journey and giving them the biggest
theoretical journey.
Exactly, and practical.
And
actually
practical also, yes.
They will be in the workshops. They will see how they can create a mud brick, and then they will be designing. They will have like modeling, and they're gonna design the building and the elements. So we are taking them into the journey to understand what architecture is about, but with less theoretical approach and more practical.
Remarkable for that. So since it's very scientific, and these instructions that you are doing for them really remarkable, but once they come to you and start the course, they will be actually knowing nothing about these majors, or like, let's say, the specializations. So how can you, and how did you simplify it for the children, or the kids, if we can say that, for the students, to be suitable for them? How did you simplify the language and the terms of science?
Exactly. What we're trying to do is that we select the daily life examples.
Okay.
And like we start, for instance, in architecture, asking them to measure their rooms, or let them draw their bedroom, you know. So they are actually interacting with their daily life events and activities that they go through. And we catch those examples, and we try now to transfer it into the science. And we talk about, look, what you are going through actually is a science. So these are the approaches that we reach to the students.
That's actually really good, and I believe even the parents maybe can start doing these things with their children.
Absolutely,
And
yes.
since that they are students, I mean, since we are giving them the luxurious life of having fun, going to the playground, taking them for play, taking them for travel, doing lots of things. How about that we take them maybe for museums, cultural ways, and maybe make them learn about our let's say, majors at the universities, and start to introduce them to more progressed life, since that they are already introduced to this technology life. It will be also, you know, on them, and set the ground for that. So how and in what ways does this course encourage the students to be more into the critical thinking and to be more creative also?
The courses, as we said, I know we are we are research institutes,
yes.
And we look like, okay, this is a new school to attend again. But actually, this is not the scenario. It's very fun journey that the students, they go through, you know. So they come, there is no teaching, there is no homeworks, there is no classes. It's all about entertaining through science. So they get the knowledge much more easier. They're gonna have fun.
That's lovely.
Absolutely, they're gonna have fun. So the way that we enhance the creativity within the students is the method that we use to raise a question. We want them to think. We want them to raise a question. We open the platform to discuss with us. We sit and we raise a lot of questions and issues that we make them think. So while
make
they
them
are
wonder
thinking,
also,
wondering, exactly. So while they are wondering, while they are thinking, they're going to raise questions that we ask them, okay, now it's time to solve the problem. So we are not feeding them with information and the solutions, but we are asking them how you could solve the problem from your own perspective. And you will be amazed. They have much different ways than we think, and they have a lot of suggestions that you can see how creative our generations are.
Because on the ways of thinking for them, they don't have a frame to stop at while they are thinking. There is no box for them. Their imagination is unstoppable. So using their remarkable brains to make it develop even more and more, and for the future, that's beautiful. And maybe I can join them next time, because I believe
so welcome.
Because I believe it's really remarkable. I mean, entertaining, thinking, theoretical constructions, tools. It's really beautiful. So what you are doing is remarkable, and of course, Dr. Zainab, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And of course, our dear viewers, that was Dr. Zainab Murtadhawi, Associate Research Scientist, that she was with us. And from Berlin, from Kuwait, and from Berlin, a musical ground emerged that became a global benchmark for quality and precision. An orchestra that made history and extended its influence far beyond Europe, reaching the audiences all over the world. Balancing the heritage and innovation, the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra continues to prove that music is a universal language that connects people everywhere. So let's watch this report together, dear viewers. It's one of the greatest orchestras in the world, and then we'll be back. So have fun and stay tuned.